craziest, but probably the funnest time of the year in high school basketball. These two programs have been the cream of the crop in the Girls City League here in Boston.
A couple of things to play here. Now we got two interesting teams.
Soars again for the two-handed flush. Colby Upchurch out on the break. She gets the basket. There's the foul. Williams for another three.
Once he gets a step in the lane, he can make it all the way to the hoop.
The Tech Boston Bears are the 2018 Boston City champions. Hello everybody, welcome to the Cabot Center at Northeastern University for the 2019 Boston Scholar Athlete Boston City League Girls All-Star Game. As this afternoon, Team William Dever will be taking on Team John Rice. Hello everybody, I'm Pat Flaherty, joined by my partner as always, Alan Platt. And Alan, it's hard to believe the basketball season is at the tail
quickly,
end.
right? Yeah.
It goes by in a flash, and we always finish off the high school side of the basketball season with the All-Star games here at Northeastern. This is always a fun afternoon.
It's a major event also. It honors not only basketball skill, but the part I like, it also honors academic achievement. So the combination of those two, we always talk about student athletes, and this is a day that really celebrates that combination.
No question. Scholar athletes, the key phrase there for all of these players. And first off, we're going to talk about Team John Rice, and one of their better players so far this season, somebody who we knew was a good player, but she really kind of stepped it up this season, and that's Desire Thornton out of Fenway. She had a heck of a city championship. She's going to be a fun player to watch this afternoon.
Oh, no doubt. And she's, like you said, for the past couple of seasons, she's really been developing. She started out as sort of a defensive specialist and a point guard, distributor type player, but then she turned into a real scorer, so she has a complete game now. And you know, John Rice at Fenway for I don't know, for a very long time, at least 5 or 6 years, has had top teams, and she falls into the class of one of his better players.
No question. She one of a good backcourt with her and Colby Upchurch for the Fenway Panthers. They are both in the All-Star game tonight, along with teammate Natalie David. Now, meanwhile, on the other side for Team William Dever, the other city championship coach this season, his player has had a phenomenal year. She was awarded the City Player of the Year. She's our spotlight player tonight. That's Fiona Manning. We've been talking about her all season.
Well, we had a chance to see her, 3 times this season. Fiona's a junior this year, so she still has another year at Latin Academy. But, again, you see that up and under move of hers, which we saw her use against just about every opponent. It seems like it's something easy to defend, but it's not. You mentioned the points. She had high scorer, player of the year on the girls' side, 4 city championship. Unfortunately, the team just ran into a tough first-round matchup in the state tournament, but that did not take away from the amazing season that Latin Academy and Fiona had.
No question. She had that big game against New Mission earlier in the season. She had 43 points. It was a school record for Latin Academy. We saw her, even though they lost the city championship, she had a good game, right, and she was awarded the Girls Player of the Year. So certainly an outstanding season for Fiona Mannion. Folks, they're about to do the national anthem, so we're going to head to break, and when we come back, we'll have the opening tap here from the Cabot Center at Northeastern University at the Girls 2018 Boston City League All-Star Game right after these words. Don't go away.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
We cannot be bystanders.
We can stop to make sure someone is okay.
We can warn someone when their drink isn't safe.
And disrupt the situation.
We can
get someone the cab.
Or walk them home safely.
We can make campuses safer for our friends.
Our roommates.
Our classmates. Our fellow human beings.
We cannot be bystanders.
We can intervene.
It's on us.
All of us.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Hey, you.
Yeah, you. Getting that college education. What are you gonna do? Graduate and take some office job? Be like everybody else? Or will you dare do something different? Like, be a teacher. You could be my teacher. You got the skills. The smarts? Yes, you. You could be the teacher I never forget. That'd be cool. Does that corporate job even have recess? What are you gonna make of yourself?
What are you gonna make of me?
Here we go. We're gonna go out there in the rain. You're gonna get wet. All right, here we go. Go! Okay, quick. Oh yeah, yes. So much fun. Mwah. You're getting so wet. Green hat, red hat, oops. Red shirt, blue shirt, yellow shirt, oops. Yellow pants, red pants, green pants, oops.
Welcome back to the Cabot Center at Northeastern University for the 2019 Boston Scholar Athletes Boston City League Girls All-Star Game. And just before we get going here at the Cabot, our sideline reporter Leverett Ball has an update for us. Leverett, what do you have?
Thanks, guys. So one player to keep an eye on today is Fiona Mannion. Now, obviously, as you know, we've had a chance to cover her a lot, during her games at Latin Academy. But her college recruitment has picked up a lot as of late. She actually told me before the game she's been in contact with schools such as Middlebury and Salve Regina, among others. So obviously today will be a good opportunity for her just to, put some of her skills on display for, any potential college recruiters who might be here in attendance. We'll see what she can do. Back to you.
Levitt, thanks very much. And just a junior, it seems like we've been covering Fiona for years now, and she'll be a senior next year. I'm sure the college recruiting will pick up then. But, she's always talked about, at least before games with us, that, she's probably going to be a D3 college player because she doesn't quite have the size to play in the post at a higher level. But she's going to be a very good D3 player.
Oh, definitely. And with her skills, and that's the reality of it. The size dictates a lot in terms of D1 and D2. But she'll be satisfied with that. Like you said, as a junior, she has the off season to work on her game again, to really fine-tune some things, and then look forward to a big senior year. I'm sure Coach Dever is going to help her with that in terms of playing time and numbers of shots. So
that's right.
Fiona can look forward to a good senior season in high school, and then from there, a nice 4-year college career.
No question, and it's nice that Latin Academy still has a couple of really good players coming back next season. Folks, we're just about to start here at the Cabot Center at Northeastern University. Team Rice taking on Team Dever. We're going to get you the starters here. Team Dever in the dark uniforms. It's going to be Bashari Green, Williams, Santiago, Bellot, Mannion, and Lopez. And meanwhile, for Team Rice, it's going to be Upchurch, Thornton, David, Burns, and Braziforte. We've got a couple of late starters that were added to the lineup, so a couple of different starters than we expected. But most of those girls that we just mentioned are starting the game. Bellot going to do the tipping off duties for the Team Dever, and they control the opening tap. We're underway here at the All-Star Classic. And you see Jordan Bellot going baseline, couldn't hit the layup, and the rebound comes down to Team Rice.
The players are wearing their actual high school uniforms. Obviously one team in dark, the other team in white. That's why you see some different colors on the dark team.
Upchurch, corner three, nothing but nylon for the Fenway senior. William Santiago having a tough time handling that pass, so that'll go back to Team Rice. Grace Burns took an extra step. She's going to be called for travel.
Now we mentioned Fiona Mania for Latin Academy is her favorite 00 uniform. But again, her low post moves, even though she's a bit undersized when you think about in terms of height, going to the post, but she has those tricky moves. She spins, she knows how to use her body to seal. So all those things come into play in terms of how effective you can be. And of course, her sister was a senior, so she is a senior, so she's actually moving on, but Fiona will be back for next year.
And Team Rice calls an early timeout here with 6:57 left to go in the first quarter. So both teams, you know, it's got to be tough for these coaches. We always talk about this at all-star games. You're trying to play everybody, but you're also trying to stay competitive so at the end of the game you can have a chance to win. It's sort of a juggling act for these two coaches.
Oh, it definitely is. Some coaches just, quite frankly, do it better than others. We've seen coaches in the past use the first half, basically, to allow everyone to get some minutes. And then as you figure out who you want to have down the stretch, like in the fourth quarter, okay, those are your go-to players, usually players from your own school, with a couple of others sprinkled in.
Right.
So we'll see how. Dever and John Rice have been veteran coaches, so I'm sure they'll do the best they can so that all the girls feel like it's been a meaningful experience.
So out of the timeout, Team Rice with the basketball. And Grace Burns gets fouled right around the wing. That foul is going to be on Snowden's Lopez. Lopez's first team foul for Team Rice as Grace Burns knocks down the three at the top of the key.
Well, three-pointers being the favorite shots for a lot of players nowadays, high school, college, and of course the pros.
Mannion trying to feed it inside to Lopez, but it's stolen away by Upchurch. There's Desire Thornton, kicks it to Grace Burns again. That time Grace no good from long distance. Lopez with the rebound. Jashari Green trying the runner. Doesn't get it to go. Rebound comes down to Lopez. Her shot is deflected inside to Mannion. Fiona trying to carve out space. Lopez knocks down the jumper.
First points for Team Dever.
Lopez now with 3 rebounds. Upchurch going baseline, tries to feed it inside to Branjaforte, blocked by Lopez. Branjaforte with a second chance at it. William Santiago with a block. Nicolette gets it back out for Desire Thornton to fire a 3. That one no good. Bellot with a rebound. Lopez elbow jumper, short on that one. Mannion keeps it alive for Team Dever. William Santiago. And Burns comes down with a rebound for Team Rice. 3-on-1.
Nice pass.
Upchurch, she misses the layup.
Really nice bounce pass, but Upchurch just went up a little too soon.
Bellot to her wide open teammate Mannion, who doesn't get the layup. Put back good from Lopez. So Carla Lopez getting it done for Team Dever. She's got several rebounds and the first 4 points.
Well, she's been around the ball. She's done a good job of being around the ball for offensive rebounds.
Here comes Lopez now running the break.
Again, all these players on our college court here at Northeastern University.
Mannion trying to feed it inside.
For a few of them, I'm sure it might even be the first time, or one of the few times they've been on a regulation length court. So coaches will watch the fatigue factor as well as figuring out minutes.
Burns going to fire another 3. That one off the back rim. Brangiforte with the rebound. Putback is good and one. So Nicolette Brangiforte going to try to complete a three-point play.
Yeah, we saw her during the season out at East Boston, and she's used to being in the post. Good job to stay with it.
Mostly wholesale substitutions for both squads. Brangiforte still at the free throw line, but Natalie David out of Fenway now in. Along with Chelina Guerrero out of O'Brien. Destiny Long out of Brighton. Brangiforte can't hit the rebound. Putback is good there for Madison Park. Tanisha Coleman. Jumper at the top of the key, knocked down for Snowden. That's Naomi Forbes.
Right off the bench, like that.
Guerrero tries a runner. Rebound comes down to Team Rice. Forbes now back down the other end. Short with that layup, and the rebound comes down to Team Rice. Natalie David, deep three. These teams aren't wasting time firing up shots.
It's an all-star game. And I think that you're not going to have a coach yell at you about lack of defense, so run the floor and try to find your open teammates. But more importantly, recognize when you have your shot open. Team Rice got their starting lineup was a little, seemed like they were a little quicker. So they got off to a bit of a start, but now it's only a 10-7 game.
Another timeout here with 3:20 left to go in the first quarter. Team Rice on top of Team Dever, 10-7. And I think you're right. It seems like Team Rice's team is a little more guard heavy. Meanwhile, Team Dever's team has got a little more size. And if you look at the two teams that these two teams coach, you look at Latin Academy, their strength is in the post with Belloc, Mannion, and Russell. Meanwhile, Fenway's strength is with their three all-stars that are perimeter players in Thornton, Upchurch, and David.
Yeah, I think what you just pointed out is what we're going to see in the fourth quarter. I'm sure Coach Dever is going to have Mannion, Belloc, and Russell out there for minutes, especially if the game is a very close score. Same for John Rice. I mean, he'll lean on his backcourt duo to control things to try to get the win.
Folks, if you want to follow us on social media, you can certainly go to our Facebook page. Go to facebook.com/GameOfTheWeekBoston. A lot of good stuff up on there. You can also follow us on Twitter at Boston City TV. If you want to tweet at us, use the hashtag BostonGOW. Guerrero trying the runner inside. She's short with it. That one will go back to Team Dever. Kayla Russell posting up inside. Winnie Kinu off the back iron, no good. That one goes out of bounds, back to Team Rice. Under 3 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Team Rice on top, 10-7 over Team Dever. Natalie David gets it poked away. That ball knocked out of bounds. That'll stay with Team Dever.
He talked about the preferred style of Coach Dever, but with the team he has out there right now on the dock, they're actually trying to fast break. The travel there.
Destiny Long gets whistle for the travel.
With the ball, Forbes from Snowden, she's only a sophomore, came off the bench and fired a deep three. First time she touched it.
That ball stolen away by David. Here comes Natalie David with an open look at a layup. Gets it to go for Team Rice. Chelina Guerrero going to be whistled for the foul as Russell was trying to get to the rim. Wide open underneath. That ball's poked away.
Good job by Russell. Poke it away again, get a steal for his team.
Team Denver now on the fast break, but Winnie Kinu took a couple extra steps. You saw Elise Marshall come away with the steal.
That's sort of an underrated part of an all-star game. A lot of times people forget that all-star players are picked because of their all-around games. So even though they can all score, or most of them are really big scorers, the fact of the matter is you got to play both ends of the floor to really be effective.
Natalie David gets it poked away again, that time by Russell. Now Russell getting rewarded on the other end with the layup.
Now Russell, that's a good example. See, now Russell, we saw Latin Academy, didn't demand the ball a lot, but when Mannion went out of the game, Russell would go down to the post. She has at least 2 steals already since he's been in there and got that fast break layup.
That gets poked away, but Destiny Long and Team Rice will keep the basketball. All right, back to Team Denver here with 1:16 left to go in the first quarter. Forbes off the up fake. And I think she took 3, maybe 4 steps to get inside the paint.
The problem was the last step was the longest one. If that had been like a sneaky one, she might have got away with it.
Even in the All-Star game, they're calling traveling.
Yeah, the third step was a real long one.
Under a minute to go here at the Cabot Center, the first quarter of the girls' 2019 City League All-Star game. Here comes Marshall, who can't finish the layup. Russell there for the putback. She can't get it to go. She'll get 2
Russell,
more free throws.
Again, right place, right time. You see she's a little windy because of the length of this floor, but following the play in case your teammate misses the layup, which she did. Russell earned herself 2 free throws.
Russell no good on the first. Some of the coaches were able to get us some of the colleges that these players are heading to next season. Kayla Russell, I don't think she's going to be playing college basketball, but she's headed to Trinity College next year. I believe on a softball scholarship. So,
a lot of dual athletes. We already talk about that on the boys' side, but it's very true on the girls' side too.
That one goes out of bounds. That'll go back to Team Denver. 25 seconds left to go in the quarter. Another steal this time for Team Rice. Guerrero out on the break. Trying to feed it back to her teammate. And here comes Marshall. Looking up the floor,
nice
Winnie
pass.
Kino for the layup. We're tied up at 12 here at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, Elisa Marshall, beautiful pass from the backcourt to her teammate for the easy layup.
So after 1 here at the Cabot Center at Northeastern University. We're tied up at 12 between Team Rice and Team Denver. We'll be right back with the second quarter of the 2019 Girls City League All-Star Game right after these messages. Don't go away.
We just finished dinner and it was time for homework. He hates homework.
It makes no sense.
I don't know how he finds anything in his backpack.
I can't find my backpack.
I couldn't even read his handwriting.
Holding the pencil makes my hand hurt.
I know he's bright.
Why is it so hard for me?
He's
I'm
just
trying
gotta
as
try a
hard
little
as
harder.
I can.
When you can see learning and attention issues from their side, you can be on their side. Go to understood.org, a free online resource with support and tools to help your child thrive.
Welcome back to the Cabot Center at Northeastern University for the 2019 Girls Boston City League All-Star Game. We're tied up at 12 here between Team Rice and Team Denver. Just about ready to start the second quarter. And before they get going here, they're going to give John Rice an award here as he gets the Girls Coach of the Year award, the Alfreda Harris Award. They see Alfreda, who's probably the mother of Boston basketball.
Oh, there you go. There you go. She'd appreciate that.
So Coach Rice. Well, we got a few of those at home, I would imagine.
Oh, yes. That and what? Team jackets and warm-ups, the whole bit.
City championship trophies and some state championship trophies. Tied up at 12 here to start the second quarter. Desire Thornton weaving in and out of traffic, and she's going to get 2 free throws.
Nice crossover by Thornton and gets into the lane.
Thornton able to hit the first, her first points of the afternoon. Knocks down the second. Desire, much more of a role player her first couple of seasons at Fenway. Turned into an all-star these past 2 years. Jordan Bellot. Three-pointer on the way. That one's no good that time. From Boston English's Ansley Pena. Back down the other end. Burns. No good on the jumper. Rebound comes down to Fiona Mannion.
Time to call for turning the ball over. High dribble. So what do you think of this season, Pat, overall? I mean, it was so strange. I mean, it went by quick for me. I don't.
It always
here we
does.
are in March, but you know, Tech Boston. We'll talk about that on the boys' side. Tech Boston is back-to-back state tournament winner.
Yeah, you can
but
almost.
on the girls' side, we saw what we thought was a surprising Latin Academy girls team.
That's
Did
right.
much better during the season than anticipated. Then, like we said, stumbled in the first round of the state tournament. So, Fenway, you know, they won a few rounds, and overall, here we are at the All-Star game, and I'm thinking back to it, a lot of nice games, a lot of competitive games, and yet you think about it, and these seniors are on their way out.
That's
just
right.
that quick.
That's right. It's amazing. I think, you know, Fenway has a few more. I mean, you see the 3 seniors today. Fenway had a few more seniors this year as compared to some of these other teams. So they went further in the state tournament. They actually made it to the state semifinals at the TD Garden and then lost to Cathedral once again at that level of the tournament. Whereas even Latin Academy, Mannion's a junior. You got Jordan Bellot's a junior. You know, Russell's a senior. Yeah, she's leaving. But you got a couple more players. The 2 best players in Latin Academy are coming back. So they're going to be good again next year. Fenway's always good, but then New Mission's young. You know, you see Jashari Green committing the foul
She's
there.
a junior. Yep.
She's a junior. You look at that O'Brien team. We saw them earlier in the year. They got a lot of freshmen and 8th graders playing for them, so they're going to be good over the next couple of years. So a lot of youth on the girls' side, I think, this season, and that's why, you know, teams did well during the regular season. But when you get to the state tournament, seniors
have a lot more than youth.
Upperclassmen are usually what carries you through the tournament.
That's a good point, because we actually saw that Latin Academy team get beat by a team that had a bunch of seniors.
Upchurch, no good on the second.
Upchurch is actually considering UMass Boston. That's a possibility for her.
Mannion off the give and go to Green, but Jashari gets it swept away by Upchurch. And then Green swipes it back from Colby. And I believe it's going to be a traveling violation on Elize, excuse me, that's Alexander Llewell, I believe, for Charlestown.
Yeah, Coach Deborah's team has been stuck on 12 since the end of the first quarter. More of a defensive couple of minutes here in the second quarter.
Burns tries to feed it inside to Upchurch. It's going to go back to Team Dever. We saw Grace Burns. She's really the lone senior on the O'Brien Tigers this year. that got a lot of minutes, and it was probably, I would imagine, it was tough for her to play with a lot of
definitely
underclassmen and 8th graders on that O'Brien team. She's probably in this All-Star game now thinking, well, it's nice to play with some seniors and juniors.
But we see that every once in a while, the numbers just fall that way.
Right.
You have only one senior, and you have to depend on that person a lot. And while that player's out there, she has to sort of be a mentor and a teacher and giving directions. Like, you're right, it's a lot to ask.
Grace Burns hit
nice
the runner.
Left-handed runner.
We did a couple of games with Grace where her shot just wasn't falling. She was getting good shots. She was.
But I tell you, Pat, I really think a lot of that was that she's thinking about her other teammates, and that can take away. Nice fast break there for Team Rice. But you talk about Burns, and in this setting, yeah, she seems more effective, like you said, because she's playing with some older players.
Yeah, she looks a little more fluid. She's able to just kind of play freely out there. More wholesale substitutions for Team Rice. Completely new starters as Jolena Guerrero, Natalie David, Nicole Brangiforte come back in, along with Tanisha Coleman and Jean Baptiste out of Boston United. Natalie David firing up another three. That one doesn't fall for her. Jashari Green. We're going to go the length of the floor. She gets bottled up inside. And layup is good inside.
Hit the hard way. Had a looked to be an easy layup, and then was able to corral and finish it.
Tanisha Coleman gets her first basket for Madison Park.
Set up by David from that Fenway team's used to getting steals and looking up down court.
Fiona Mannion unable to convert her patented reverse layup.
Unselfish.
Another easy
Unselfish
break
play.
as Coleman gets the basket and the foul off the nice pass from Guerrero.
Yeah, Guerrero easily could have had a layup herself. Watch this. That's how close she was. Gave it to her teammate who was more open. Not sure we'll see that on the boys' side, though. You got a chance to get to the lane. If you're 2 feet in the, in the lane. Oops, sorry, lady.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a few more dunk attempts if any guys get inside that black painted area.
Okay, ball goes back to Team Dever.
In a lane violation, maybe.
There's Mannion.
Team Rice currently on an 11-0 run here in the second period.
Looks like Fiona lost a contact lens.
That can't be fun.
Well, sometimes they just move or slide.
Right.
And so she tries to readjust it. So it's sort of a shutout so far for Team Rice this second quarter. Played 4 minutes, no points at all for Team Dever. Sometimes in an all-star game you can get a weird kind of combination of players that just, for whatever reason, just don't work together.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the big, you mentioned that it's, these players are getting used to this big court here at Northeastern. Playing with completely different teammates after having the same teammates throughout the season, it's got to be a little weird as well.
It's really funny for Team Dever. He had the starters out there, which, some of the sort of higher, more highly publicized names. But then the second team that came in actually brought Team Dever back and had to score tied at the end of the quarter.
Fiona Mannion now heading to the free throw line to shoot two. I am surprised that Coach Dever didn't play all three Latin Academy players together.
You might see it in the second half, I think, especially if they're still behind. Because you're right, familiarity in an all-star game is as good as talent.
A lot of times we'll see coaches, if they have, three players from one team and then 2 players from another, when we use that combination.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then every player has somebody familiar out there on the floor.
So Maine's going to get a break, chance to figure out her contact lens. Russell back in. Russell had a really good first quarter.
Natalie David on the drive, scores off the window.
Well, Team Denver's going to have to figure out a good combination before halftime because they're already down 12.
That runner off the side of the backboard, that'll go back to Team Rice.
The point you made, Paz, is very true in terms of teams that have like one star, one top player. They're used to taking so many shots during the season. Getting into an all-star game, you're playing with players who are either as good as you and sometimes better.
Kinu on the putback.
So, my point being that sometimes you see what look to be bad shots in an all-star game, but those are regular shots that particular player takes, because during the season, they're the main offensive weapon.
Coleman tried to go back door, but the pass was behind her, so that'll go back to Team Dever here with under 3 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Folks, make sure you stick around at halftime because they're going to have a 3-point contest with the first round happening at halftime of the girls' game. The second and third rounds will be happening during halftime of the boys' game.
New added touch for the All-City basketball games.
Guerrero out on the break, couldn't finish. Here comes Forbes. Quickly up to Russell, who's got an open look down the other end, and she's going to get 2 free throws after being fouled by Brandon Forte.
Good hustle back by Brandon Forte to prevent what looked for a second like an easy layup. Those long strides of Russell actually got her ahead of the field, but then Brenda Forte, even with her size, showing good makeup speed. Seems like a little thing, but he's brought Brenda Forte to the right. Goes all the way, looking for the block. Russell usually a very good free throw shooter. She's split hers so far. She's 2 for 4.
So Team Dever cuts the lead back down to single digits here, 25-16, with 2:20 left to go in the second quarter. Another turnover for Team Rice.
Yeah, good idea, just a little too much on the ball. Yeah, Guerrero, the freshman from O'Brien, she's shown some good instincts in terms of finding her open teammates. Another traveling violation on Team Dever.
Yeah, that was Leo Hussein who committed the traveling violation. Natalie David straight to the goal, couldn't convert. Here comes Kinu off the rebound. Up to Forbes. Forbes lays it down beautifully.
Beautiful pass. Last time Forbes drove, she drove for the shot. That time she was able to find her teammate.
Alizé Marshall, I believe, was the one who converted that one. Guerrero trying another runner. Coleman gets blocked inside by Russell. Forbes finds Kinu. And Winnie Kinu is going to get 2 free throws.
I'll tell you, for a big girl, Kino's running the floor pretty well. That's like the 3rd time she's been out there for a fast break.
Kinu no good on the first. Winnie's heading to the Wentworth Institute of Technology, which is right next door here to Northeastern.
Might be an engineer. Oh, nice there, right there.
She probably likes the amount of money that those type of jobs.
That always, there you go.
Always helps. Not an easy school to get into, so that's great that Winnie's heading to Wentworth. Doesn't have to go very far either.
Familiarity always makes it more comfortable.
6-point lead here for Team Rice. put back that time. Putting that back up and in.
8-point
for
lead.
Team Rice.
That's what I'm talking about, the aggressive play. Forbes again.
Forbes had a nice first half too, right on the point.
So he has that quickness. He's only a sophomore. Nice touch for the program this year. They have the actual player pictures. Say it makes it a lot easier for me.
Yeah. That was Ashley Julmiste on that last basket. Yeah, it makes it easier to identify the players when you actually see their faces. Forbes can't hit the second. Russell somehow comes away with a rebound out of the pack. Three-pointer fired up. That one off the back iron. Good rebound. Marshall with another one. That one off the back rim.
She got two good looks. I mean, that's for Charlestown's team. That's what she did all season.
Ranger Forte.
Nice block.
Can't squeeze it home. Put back. Good from Jolise. She's got 2 straight baskets.
Yeah, the offensive rebounding for Rice's team is giving them this 10-point lead, winding down to halftime.
Kinu tries another jumper. She's short with that one. Jolise with the rebound. Natalie David trying to get it up to Guerrero, who's able to corral it for Team Rice. David gonna fire up a 3 and hit it.
You know, it's funny because during the season, we always saw Natalie David pass the ball, pass the ball, pass the ball. Today, we've seen her drive to the hoop and score. She just hits that deep 3 right before halftime.
So at the half here, it's Team Rice who went on a nice run before the end of the second quarter. They're on top by 13, 32-19 here at the 2019 Girls Boston City League All-Star Classic. And you really saw Team Rice, hit a few shots from the perimeter, really get out on the break and score in transition with that smaller, quicker lineup.
Well, like you said, they started the game. Rice started the game with his 2 backcourt players, so that was an advantage there. And then anytime they're in there together, you're going to see that fast break action. And that, Fenway has their stamp on this halftime score right now.
No question. Folks, we're going to head to a quick break. When we come back, we're going to have the 3-point contest here at the City League All-Star Game at the Cabot Center at Northeastern University. Make sure you stick around.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Welcome back to the Cabot Center at Northeastern University for the 2019 Boston City League All-Star Classic. And right now we're at halftime of the Girls City League game, and we've got the 3-point competition. It's the first round of the 3-point competition. On the left side, we got the girls shooting. On the right side, we're going to have the boys shooting. So we got 2 players going at once. Girls side on the left, boys side on the right. We're just about set to go here. I can't quite see on the boys side who's shooting, but right now on the girls side,
Marshall?
I believe it's Elise Marshall.
Yeah.
So this is new for the Boston Scholar Athlete Foundation for them, as well as it's new for us. So we'll see how this goes.
To get organized. they got what? 1, 2. They got 3 racks.
3 racks on each side.
So
30 seconds for each player. 3 racks of basketballs. You got 4 regular basketballs. Then you got the bonus ball at the end.
Get set, go!
And we're underway here in the 3-point contest. Couple of threes hit on the boys' side as Marshall unable to hit anything in the first rack on the girls' side. People don't realize how much of a workout this is when you shoot this many threes. Boys player has 5 points now in the first round. Marshall still having a tough time.
Oh, the last shot she actually made.
So Marshall able to hit one at the end. Meanwhile, on the boys' side, he was able to get 7 points here in the first round of the three-point contest. They're going to run these rapid fire. This is going to move pretty quickly.
For the boys, from England, Admiral Rosario. And for the girls, is Olivia.
So Rosario on the boys' side. Not quite sure who's shooting on the girls' side.
This looks like Anisha from Tech Boston. Anisha Williams Santiago.
So here we go.
And let's not forget, none of these players had any practice.
That's right.
Before this, because we had the first half of the girls' game.
1 point on the boys' side right now. Now 1 point on the girls' side. Two in a row.
2 in a row.
3 in a row.
Whoa.
Short on the money ball. Sometimes you can get hot when you hit a couple of these in a row.
2, 1.
So boys' side gets 2, girls' side gets 3.
She had 3 in a row.
She had 3 in a row. So what's going to happen is the top 3 scores for the girls, the top 3 scores for the boys are going to advance to the second round, which will be played at halftime of the boys' game. Then the boys' winner and the girls' winner are going to go against each other in the third round, also halftime of the boys' game. Looks like we got Amani Terry for Fenway on the girls' side. Amani can stroke the 3. She hits the first.
Hey, she want to make you look good, right?
That's right. Right on cue. Amani hits the money ball. She's got 3. Top of the key. Hits the first. Amani Terry.
And you gotta like the fact she's smiling while she's doing it.
That's right. She's having a ball out there. That clock runs out quick. She's got 6. Does she get the money ball? She does not, but Amani Terry putting up 6 points, the highest total so far for the girls' side. Boys' side, player was able to get 3.
On next contestant from Madison Park, we have Randy Lopez. And for the girls, from Latin Academy, Michaela Russell.
Not quite sure.
That's not Michaela.
Let's welcome Michael McKinney for the boys.
It's McKinney from New Mission for the boys' side on the right.
No, yeah, she's trying to figure it out. Like you said, Pat, first time for everybody, right?
Yeah, everybody's trying to figure it out right now.
We just have to get a different name.
When we look at the boys' side, we saw McKinney a lot for New Mission as we covered a lot of their games, both in the city championship.
Recognize him. That's easy. Plus,
yeah,
he's one of the
he's
tallest
a very
kids
good
in the gym.
three-point shooter.
This is okay.
Now we got Jordan Bellot
right
in there.
Yeah, Bellot may have been a last-second change for Latin Academy.
So it's going to be Jordan Bellot for the girls on the left. On the right, it's going to be McKinney for New Mission. We know McKinney can shoot the 3.
We saw McKinney both during the season and in the playoff action.
Here we go. McKinney knocks down 2 in a row. Jordan Bellot still looking for her first. McKinney gets the money ball to go. He had 4 in that first round. Bellot.
You talk about how difficult it is, Pat. Think about the players like Bellot who played the first half, and now they're doing this.
McKinney's hot. He's got 11 points. Make that 10 points. Was unable to get all the balls off in the rack. So Jordan Bellot picks up 3. McKinney's able to get 10. He's had the most successful run here in the first round.
All right, Andy. How's it going? Good, good, good.
So we got another round here. I'm not sure who's on the girls' side. I believe it's Conan McCusker on the boys' side. We saw him light up three-pointers for O'Brien earlier in the season.
I should have a very good team.
McCusker hits one. McCusker hitting the second. Knocks down the money ball. McCusker's got 4 out of the first rack. Girls' side, she's got 2. McCusker getting hot.
Nice stroke up top. A lot of players have their favorite spots, obviously.
She hits the money ball. McCusker went cold. See if he can get the money ball. He's short with it. So McCusker gets 6. They have 6 on the scoreboard for McCusker. The girls' side, she had 5. McCusker and McKinney, I believe, are the top 2 scorers right now here in the first round. So Christina Pham, who's from O'Brien, will be shooting for the girls. Not quite sure who's shooting for the boys this time. Pham is actually the niece of Vinny Bowie, who's the head coach at New Mission. Pham knocks down the first. Knocks down the third attempt. Pham's getting going.
And the
knocks
money ball.
down the money ball.
Scoreboard lost track of it because she should have 7.
Can't hit the money ball. She's got 6. See if Pham can get another one. Knocks that one down. She's got 7. They have 7 for Pham.
I think she missed it because she got 4 out of the first rack.
So Pham knocks down 7 points there for the girls' side. I think she's the highest right now on the girls' side. So good performance by her. Talk about how tough of a workout this is. I think these players don't get up this many shots in 30 seconds very often.
No way. And also, you're talking about the only 30 seconds to get the shot. So that's another thing that's in your head.
You don't have names of the 2 players that are going now. But on the boys' side, he's on fire. He's got 6. Knocks down another one from the top of the key. He's got it going. Unable to hit the last money ball. Last rack for him. Boy, that 30 seconds goes quick.
2, 1.
So 9 points for the boys player who was able to go. I believe he's in second place behind Marshall, who had 10. Just 1 for the girls' side, so on we go. So here's William Santiago out of Tech Boston.
Okay, this is okay.
But that's not Anissa, that's actually, I believe, her younger sister. So William Santiago able to hit the first. Boys' side is all done. William Santiago knocks down the money ball. She's got 3. It's another one. It's another one.
Get the
She's
stroke
got
going
the stroke
now.
going.
Yeah.
Needed that money ball. See if she can get a couple more here. She's at 5. She gets to 6 or 7. I think she gets in the finals. I don't think that's going to be enough. It's too bad. I don't know if that last one counted.
I think it comes down to that, whether they're going to count it or not.
She still only got 5.
Yeah, doesn't look like they put it up.
So
that was fun. I say a nice touch to add to this All-Star game.
That was a lot of fun. You certainly see the three-point contest during the NBA All-Star game
definitely.
and also the college All-Star game.
Everywhere.
So it's a lot of fun to see it here.
Oh, yeah. Everyone loves shooting long distance shots.
And, both genders compete. I mean, they tried a dunk contest before, and unfortunately the girls just don't get involved in that. So it's fun to see them both go at the same time as well. So a lot of fun there.
Much more of a mutual type of competition.
No question. Right. Everybody involved in that halftime. And it also gets some of the boys here during the girls' game as well because they're competing in the three-point contest. Folks, we're going to take a look at the halftime stats here from the Girls City League All-Star game now. And first up, it's going to be Team Dever.
Team Dever, like we mentioned, a lot of mixing and matching. Canoe, the big girl with 5 points. Russell from Latin Academy off the bench with a couple of hoops. Rebounding, you have Lopez and Mannion both with 4 each. Assists, not a whole lot, but Lopez and Forbes both have a couple of assists each for the first half for Team Dever. Team Rice, you have David was leading with 7 points. Coleman pitched in with 6. Brandon, for the big girl from East Boston, doing what she does, rebounding with 5. Upchurch pitched in with 4 rebounds. Thornton and Upchurch, the 2. No surprise, the 2 backcourt teammates from Fenway, 3 assists each.
No question. You saw Natalie David at the top of the scoring there. We got a couple of highlights of her from the first half.
Yeah, Natalie, like we said, one of our favorite players over the last few years, Pat, because of how unselfish she plays, but and a little more freedom in an all-star game, and there you go. You see her hit that 3 right before halftime. So Natalie, surprised she wasn't in the 3-point contest, actually.
Yeah, I know. I would have liked to see her in there. She's got a good stroke. So Natalie David leading Team Rice with 7 points. And meanwhile, for Team Dever, they trail by 13. Their head coach, William Dever, is with our sideline reporter, Leverett Ball. Leverett?
Thanks, guys. So first off, Coach, you have 3 of your Latin Academy players here with you at the All-Star game. How cool is it for you as a head coach not only to have 3 players make the All-Star game, but be able to be there with them and coach them?
Just nice to have the extra game this time of year after a great season we had, just to have the extra game, and especially with Michaela being a senior, her last game, for Latin Academy, kind of a nice place to do that. And
obviously also you have some very familiar opponents on your roster as well. Now, as the head coach for this All-Star game, how do you feel about your team's performance in the first half?
Overall, very good. Just 2 things we have to cut down on. Too many traveling calls. I think we had 7 or 8 of them. And I told the guys, just got to get back on defense. I think half the points are in transition, which, in this kind of game, you're not really running offensive sets. So if you're letting them run 2-on-1s, they're getting a ton of easy baskets off of us. So change that and regroup the second half.
And what will your approach be just in the second half and the mentality and your approach down the stretch to try and pick up this win in the All-Star game?
I told the kids, just keep running on offense, getting back on defense, and just trying to, play together as a team, just collectively.
Well, thank you for your time, Coach. Good luck in the second half.
I appreciate it.
Back to you guys.
Thanks very much, Leverett. And Coach Dever saw what we saw. I mean, this Team Rice team just flew up and down the court, and most of their points were in transition.
Well, because not only we talked about the 2 backcourt players from Fenway, but not only them, behind them there were some other backcourt players who actually had the same mentality of fast break, get the ball, look up court first, and then if you don't have the pass, push it as fast as you can. And pace is what John Rice always liked, whether it's All-Star game, whether it's his younger players, older players, whoever, he's always going to push the pace on offense.
No question. We saw that there in the first half. We'll see if Team Dever can make any adjustments here at halftime. Folks, we're going to head to break. When we come back, we'll have the opening tap of the 3rd quarter here at the 2019 Girls City League All-Star Game from the Cabot Center at Northeastern University right after these messages. Don't go away.
Green red hat. Oops. Red shirt, blue shirt, yellow shirt. Oops. Yellow pants, red pants, green pants. Oops.
We just finished dinner and it was time for homework.
He hates homework.
It makes no sense.
I don't know how he finds anything in his backpack.
I can't find my backpack.
I couldn't even read his handwriting.
Holding the pencil makes my hand hurt.
I know he's bright.
Why is it so hard for me?
He's
I'm
just
trying
gotta
as
try a
hard
little
as
harder.
I can.
When you can see learning and attention issues from their side, you can be on their side. Go to understood.org, a free online resource with support and tools to help your child thrive.
Welcome back to the Cabot Center at Northeastern University for the 2019 Girls Boston City League All-Star Game, as right now Team John Rice in the white uniforms, the home team, leading Team William Dever 32-19. As we mentioned, a lot of their guards from the Team Rice squad getting out in transition, scoring points. They also were able to knock down some threes.
That's the difference in the
first
game,
half.
that pace. Because the pace also helped their three-point game, because as you are able to penetrate past the foul line, if you have an open teammate, like that last 3 before the half was gotten because there was penetration, kick out to a wide open shooter.
So 3 threes in the first half for Team Rice as they look to get going here in the third quarter. Meanwhile, for Team Denver, they're ready to go. They want to cut into this lead
exactly.
right now.
They're trying. They want to come back. So we've mixed up the starting lineup a little bit, but Manuel, inbound pass gets stolen.
Yeah, Desire Thornton off the steal gets fouled by Jashari Green. She'll head to the free throw line for 2.
Yeah, quickness is something that every level of basketball looks for. Coaches want to see, okay, obviously who's your biggest player, but then who's your quickest player? Who can get back on D and who can use that quickness with the ball on offense?
Thornton able to knock down the first.
It's a 14-point lead. It's going to be tough for Team Denver with the dark uniforms because that even though they can fast break, that's not the strength of the players that are on that squad.
Thornton knocks down both free throws. So 15-point lead here for Team Rice, their largest lead of the game so far. Fiona Manning with just 1 point in the first half. Bottled up so far, gets it to her teammate Jordan Bellot.
Up and under.
Can't hit the shot.
There's
Rebound
Mannion.
inside by Mannion. Fiona can't score off the window. Ball gets knocked out of bounds, and it'll stay with Team Denver.
Let's see, on that first play, it was set up for Mannion in the post, but unfamiliarity, another teammate actually brought her defender to Mannion to take away her shot.
Bellot gets it inside to Mannion, tries to get it to Lopez. Shari Green trying to make her way to the basket. Can't hit the runner off the window. Mannion
up and under.
Gets the putback and the foul.
You see, she knows how to create space for herself. Really good hands. You mentioned Salve Regina, one of the schools.
I believe Middlebury was
Middlebury,
one of the
okay.
other schools as well.
Yeah, she could. I could see her playing in both those situations.
As you mentioned before, Fiona Mannion, the Girls Player of the Year out of Boston Latin Academy. Isaiah Thornton, wide open three. She's short with that one, but gets her own rebound. Grace Burns firing up a three, well short on that one. Rebound comes down to Lopez. Mannion. Nice lay-in inside for Fiona Mannion, who gets four. Make that 5 quick points here in the third quarter.
And hustles back to the baseline on defense.
That's the Team Rice team lead down to 10. Thornton banks a runner off the window. Green over to Mannion. Fiona tries to feed it back to Green, and Thornton comes away with the loose ball.
Always looking up, control the ball.
Desire hits the lefty
nice
layup. Just when Team Denver gets it back down to 10, it's now back to a 14-point lead for Team Rice. Jashari Green weaving in and out of traffic.
Really nice finish for Jashari.
First bucket of the game for Jashari Green, who's another one of those juniors who's going to be one of the better City League players next season.
Nice steal by Mannion.
Green inside to William Santiago. It's poked away by Destiny Long. A couple more substitutions coming back into the ball game for Team Rice is Tanasia Coleman. Bellot trying for a three, unable to hit. That's Ashley Julmiste coming away with the loose ball, and that's going to stay with Team Rice. Upchurch fires one up from the top of the key. Coleman can't corral the rebound. That ball gets poked away by Thornton, so Team Rice going to hang on to possession. Thornton now with an open jumper. Coleman with the rebound. Put back is good.
It happened in the first quarter, Pat. Offensive rebounding by the quicker Rice team.
Bellot off the up fake. Nice drive. On the Latin Academy sophomore. Jordan Bellot's first basket of the game. Coleman short on the three, but Thornton comes away with the offensive rebound. Upchurch with a wide open lane, but you can't hit the runner. Can't put it back up and in. Lopez lets it go out of bounds. It's going to stay in Team Rice. Upchurch going to head back to the bench along with Grace Burns, Natalie David, Chelina Guerrero back in.
Yeah, Guerrero had a nice first half. Only a freshman. That's her right there.
David, mid-range jumper is good. Natalie David now with 9 points. She's playing well.
I mean, we know how she can distribute, but she's showing her little scoring touch now.
Mannion finds Bellot inside. Bellot inside to...
That was a nice pass. Wow, even though she was
Shari
getting fouled, she was able to find Green but it won't count because it's a foul.
On the floor.
It's going to be a timeout here with 3:52 left to go in the third quarter. 14-point lead for Team Rice. And right now, Team Dever not hitting a lot from the outside.
That's the problem. You're trying to cut into a double-digit lead. At some point, you got to stick in a three here and there. That's really the issue.
Our sideline reporter, Leverett Ball, has one of the college coaches that's hanging out at this game today. Leverett, take it away.
Thanks, guys. So I'm now joined by Andy Yasanoff, the head women's basketball coach at Emmanuel. Now, first off, Andy, how important are events like the All-Star Game for you to be able to evaluate some of the high school basketball talent?
It's great exposure for the kids from the city of Boston. I go to a lot of showcase AU tournaments, and it's an opportunity for me to spot some good young talent.
And have any particular athletes impressed you? I know you can't share too much about who you're recruiting, but has anyone really stood out today?
The young lady from Latin Academies had a lot of big game. 2 seniors from Fenway High School, probably the 3 best that I've seen here.
And my last question, I know you have 833 career wins at Emmanuel, actually a record for Division III women's basketball. I mean, what's been the key to success all these years?
The key to success is outworking all my fellow coaches and really enjoying my time at Emmanuel, because it's a great place to bring kids to go.
Well, Coach, thank you so much for your time. Back to you guys.
Leverett, thanks very much. And as we've seen in many years before, a lot of college coaches try to attend these games just to get a peek at some of these players they might not have been able to see during the regular season, especially the juniors. I feel like you get a good look at the juniors. You can recruit them a little heavier at
nowadays they're looking at sophomores and freshmen too.
That's right.
That's because so many of those underclassmen are getting meaningful minutes. Annie's been around years over at Emmanuel, not far from here.
You got to be in the game long if you have over 800 wins.
Oh yeah.
My goodness. That's approaching Coach K territory.
Yeah, and he actually recruits nationwide. A lot of his better players over the years have come from other states.
So Natalie David at the free throw line for Fenway. Does not hit the first. She'll have one more. Natalie's got 9 points to lead all scorers.
Nice to see her have a nice offensive game because, like I said, over the years that she's at Fenway, she was more of a distributor to help her teammates score. and very good defensively in the top of that zone that Fenway played so much.
Natalie, the first all-star to reach double digits in this game. She's got 10. I'm sorry, her teammate Desire Thornton also with 10 points. Lopez coming back with a runner.
Yeah, Lopez started the game to get the first 2 hoops of the game for Dever, but then she didn't touch the ball much.
Jelena Guerrero getting fouled by Lopez at the top of the key.
We have a new 5 or 4 players coming in for Dever.
So you got Mannion, the entire lineup heading back to the bench.
I think 3 of those girls are going to sit until the 4th quarter.
Natalie David thought about a 3. Pointer off the back iron. Ball swiped
good
away.
Hustle. Really good hustle.
Guerrero from the elbow. Short with that one. Rebound comes down to Coleman. She puts it back up and in.
Offensive rebound.
Winnie Kinu trying for the putback. She gets stuffed inside. And Coleman trying to come away with the steal. Now it's Kinu who can't hit it off the backboard. David comes away with the rebound. Natalie David trying to lay it inside to Joel Miste.
Yeah, see again, a little unfamiliarity. No look pass. Her Fenway teammates would have had that for a layup. But, you're playing with someone different, someone new.
Sometimes those passes come from nowhere and you're not ready for them. It's Pena who took that one for Boston English. Now it's Forbes. Russell with the elbow jumper. Short with that one. Miste comes away with the loose ball. That ball stays with Team Dever. Wide open is Kinu underneath. She gets the, nope, they're going to call a.
Well, Natalie, let me see. They call a travel?
I think they called the travel there on Winnie Kinu. Bowman back down the other end, unable to finish the layup. Russell with the rebound, and it's going to be a foul on Team Rice. Forbes. Russell inside to Kinu. Winnie trying to carve out space. Jumper in around the rim and out. Put back no good. Rebound comes down to Natalie David. David trying to go coast to coast.
Pushing the pace.
She gets blocked inside.
15-point lead for Team Rice, and they've earned it with this fast pace of theirs. Love, and 2 things: fast break offense and second chance opportunities on the offensive rebounding.
Minute left to go here in the third. Coleman can get that runner to go. Russell with another rebound for Team Dever.
She wants to have a fast break.
Russell inside to Kinu, and Winnie gets fouled. She'll get 2 more free throws.
Just shows you how important it is to try for a nice fast break here. And Kinu, again, biggest player on the court, running baseline to baseline. But this 15-point lead, like you said, most of it has been the fast break, but more importantly, the offensive rebound.
Kinu knocks down the first. She's now 2 for 5 from the free throw line as Grace Burns comes back in. Natalie David going to get a breather at the end of the third quarter.
David's been outstanding this game.
We mentioned how Team Dever unable to knock down too many threes, as Keanu can't hit the second free throw either. Team Rice has a bunch of three-point shooters. Just saw Grace Burns come back in the game. She's a great three-point shooter. Natalie David can shoot threes. Yeah, really, all the Fenway players can shoot threes.
I was just going to say, the Team Rice, the team in white, they just have a really good combination for an all-star game. Because what they can do best, you can pretty much play anytime. You can play pickup, you can play in the backyard, whatever. Fast breaks are fast breaks.
Russell back inside to Keanu, and when he gets blocked inside.
And defensively, they surrounded Keanu to prevent her from getting an easy layup.
Guerrero for three. Here comes Forbes back out on the break. 10 seconds left in the quarter. Forbes loses it out of bounds. That'll go back to Team Rice here with 8.4 seconds left in the quarter. Going to do it. The third quarter here at the 2019 Girls City League All-Star Game from Northeastern. Shari Green with a nice basket there, but it's Team Rice with the 14-point lead. We'll be right back with the fourth quarter here on Game of the Week.
Green red hat. Oops. Red shirt, blue shirt, yellow shirt. Oops. Yellow pants, red pants, green pants. Oops.
Welcome back to the Cabot Center at Northeastern University for the 2019 Girls City League All-Star Basketball Game. And folks, if you want to follow us on social media, you can also go to our website, www.cityofboston.gov/game-of-the-week. You can watch all the games that we've covered this season. You can also follow us on social media and go to our Facebook page. Go to facebook.com/game-of-the-week-Boston. You can also follow us on Twitter at Boston City TV. And if you want to tweet at us, use the hashtag BostonGOW. As you just saw, Fiona Mannion awarded the City League Player of the Year on the girls' side. Nice shot there by our guys with the award that she received. And we've been mentioning all season how good of a year she's had.
As a junior, don't forget, she's coming back again for one more season.
Wouldn't be a shocker if next season possibly her teammate Jordan Bellot would be in the running for City League Player of the Year, along with Fiona.
Well, I'll tell you, with the development, it's a good point. Bellot, like we said during the season, Bellot started out strictly as a defensive player. But this year, she's really turned into an offensive player, so she has both sides of the court working for her.
Green on the drive, short with that one. Her teammate Winnie Keanu there for the putback.
Let's see Dever making a little run here.
So Keanu now with 8 points for Team Dever. Three-pointer off the back iron that time from Samantha Whitlock, and that's going to stay with Team Rice. Grace Burns firing up a three. Jamise coming away with the rebound. It's stolen away by Jashari Green. Jashari got an opening, straight to the goal for the layup.
Actually, nice little pick that set. I'm not sure if it was on purpose or not, but Marshall gave Green the open lane to the hoop. 10-point game.
Burns trying to lay it down inside to Whitlock, and that's going to stay with Team Rice. Kickball reset the shot clock.
Another poke steal. That comes right, have 2-on-1.
Green trying to lay it down to Marshall for the easy
layup.
layup.
Well played. See, a 2-on, that doesn't matter. You don't have to be teammates to get that done. That's the most basic play in basketball practice.
Burns no good on the runner. Tries for the jumper, no good. She'll at least stay with another rebound.
So your third chance offensively.
Selena Guerrero gonna fire up a three. That's off the back rim. Here comes Marshall. Coach Dever trying to cut into the 8-point lead. Now Marshall gets the basket and the foul.
I tell you, Marshall kept her balance the entire time. Nice play. Look at this. Takes the hit. Is able to spin it off the backboard.
Cuts the lead down to 6. This is another look at it.
That's the baseline. You can see how she took the hit first. Good concentration to finish that off.
So Marshall now at the free throw line looking to complete the 3-point play.
Well, we asked for a run and they got it.
Unable to hit that. Kinu for the putback, and it's back to a 4-point lead.
10-0 run now for team in dark uniforms, Team Dever. So John Rice has gone back to his starters.
Jumper at the top of the key that time, good from Jean Baptiste out of Boston United.
Yeah, some of his starters, so 3 of his starters. Put his backcourt into some full court pressure.
And almost a turnover there for Team Dever. Deshari
Good
Green
job by Deshari.
comes out of the pack with it, being chased by 2 Fenway Panthers. And Upchurch able to get the steal. Looking for Desire Thornton. That's going to go out of bounds back to Team Dever.
Yeah, so you got the 2, like you said, the 2 backcourt players who are used to pressing ball handlers. So that's what 9 steals between those 2 in this game. Not surprising.
Green going to step back for the 3, and she's well off the mark, but it's Marshall with the rebound. Now it's Green getting inside, scoring off the window.
Finish. She split 2 defenders and banked it. Got a 4-point game.
Open look for Team Rice. That was Hussein with the rebound. Here comes Marshall. Will take it herself. Couldn't get that one to go. Hussein with the putback.
Now these are, other than Tashari, these are all bench players for, or non-stars, I should say, for Dever.
14-2 run here in the quarter for Team Dever. They've cut it back to a 2-point lead for Team Rice here with 4:42 left to go in the 4th quarter. And boy, that lead evaporated quickly.
Well, some ill-advised shots from Team Rice, and that led to some fast break opportunities. The big girl Kino really. This is a nice finish. This is the backboard finish by Tashari.
But now you're starting to see, you talked about the bigs for this William Dever team running the floor well. You're starting to see the fruits of that labor.
There you go. And it sounds like an obvious thing. It sounds like a simple thing, but when you see it actually in action, like we talked about Kino the whole game. She, even in the first half, she was ahead of a bunch of fast breaks. She has really good speed for her size. Right now, Kino has 10 points and 6 rebounds.
It's going to stay with Team Rice. Another turnover there for Team Rice. So see if Team Dever now the chance to tie it up or even take the lead on this possession. Kinu. Gets it poked away. It's going to stay with.
Yeah, that quickness is something.
It's a Green inside. She can't squeeze it home. But getting fouled on
nice
the offensive rebound that time. Jeremiah Burke was Amaya Adamson. I think I whistle her for a travel.
Boy, 4:21 to go. 2-point game about, 10 minutes ago. It didn't seem like it would be this close at all.
Yeah, there was one point where I believe it was a 15-point lead for Team Rice. Game could have gotten ugly in a hurry, but Team Dever charging back.
And another chance, another turnover. Chance to tie again. For Dever, they're going to have to be wary of the pressure. This group's going to come out now.
And now you're seeing
Forbes. Yeah, you're going to see the 2 Latin Academy players. Now the young freshman is going to be the point guard. She's going to have to go against this pressure now.
So you got 3 Latin Academy players, 2 West Snowden players rather in there. So you got that 2-team combination here late in the game, and Forbes unable to get a good pass off.
Good idea. She had the right idea too, because Russell was wide open on the baseline. Just didn't quite get the ball in the right spot. But again, even though it's a young player, so Forbes with her quickness will probably be able to handle some pressure in the backcourt. It's just a matter of can she make the right pass.
Timeout on the floor. 3:59 left to go. What has become a 2-point ball game. As now they hand out some of the academic awards here for the Girls City League All-Star game.
From South Boston, also known as Excel,
This is part of the day, overall day, that you have players, in some cases, players who don't play much or are just part of a team, but they also are outstanding in the classroom.
This is actually I got this wrong. This is actually the sportsmanship awards being handed out.
Hussein's in the game. Yeah, she's in this game. Matter of fact, Hussein helped this comeback.
Yeah, she had that big basket just a couple minutes
ago. Putback, right.
There's a lot of different things going on here at the City League All-Star games as usual. So they're handing out the boys.
And the underlying, I guess, highlight of the whole game, of the whole day, is the fact that Tech Boston boys were able to win back-to-back state titles. I mean, a very impressive fashion too. Because I tell you, it's amazing how many other coaches who hadn't seen Tech Boston would ask me, "Who's their biggest player? I mean, how do they win with no size?" And I said, well, you got to watch them because
you can't explain.
It's hard to describe. It's hard to describe. In terms of hustle, in terms of of ball pressure. Everybody says 50-50 balls, loose balls on the floor.
For them, it's more like 75-25.
Exactly. They probably get 75% of those and convert it to hoop points. That's the key.
That's right. You got to remember too with Tech Boston, they graduated 3 seniors who were all all-stars.
That's right, from a very good team.
From a state championship team, they came back and won it again.
That's an amazing, when you think about that alone, losing 1 all-star is one thing, but you talk about losing 3. Perfect example of showing you a system that the players believe in and how well it can work.
They also had a lot of guys who were role players the year before really step up and become stars this season. Mannion now getting tied up in the corner. Burns knocks it off of Mannion out of bounds, back to Team Rice.
Again, see, you had the Fenway girls trapping here in the corner right in front of us. A little bit of a scoring drought for team in white. 2 points in the last 4.5 minutes.
Upchurch. 3rd time's not a charm, but she does get fouled.
Upchurch with those long arms and quickness. Watch her just stay in the play.
Five points, 8 boards, and 6 assists right now for Colby Upchurch, who's now at the free throw line. She's 1 for 2 so far in this game. Knocks down the first. Substitution. Nasia Coleman coming back in for Team Rice. Well, we can't find the rim on the second, so that's going to go back to Team Dever. 3-point lead for Team Rice, coming up on 3 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter.
See full court pressure. This is Mannion. She can help handle the ball.
Forbes with a deep three, but Thornton comes away with it. She had Upchurch on the break. Keziah over to Coleman, and Coleman lost it out of bounds off
Yeah, a
of
little
Russell.
too fast for herself. She wanted to get to that backboard and forgot to take the ball. Had it knocked out. .245 to go.
Thornton gets fouled on the runner. She's going to get 2 free throws.
Tough break defensively for Dever because the two girls from Snowden had actually, they angled her off. But then Bella, her instinct, defensive instinct to challenge the shot, even though it was from a really tough angle.
Thornton now 4 for 5 from the free throw line after that miss. She has 10 points for Team Rice. 6 steals so far. Knocks down the second. So now a 4-point lead for Team Rice. David couldn't hit the putback, but Upchurch is there for that one and the foul.
Turnovers are killers, even when you're coming back. I mean, that'll kill your comeback more than anything else, turnovers. Deja Thornton with the steal, couldn't get her hoop, but again the follow-up. There you go, Thornton. Upchurch with the free throw.
The roll on the free throw, so she completes the 3-point play.
This full court press is really giving Team Dever a hard time. Pass it up.
Russell with a 3-on-2. Now it's Bellot. A little bit of contact inside. Lopez. Yep. She's going to get 2 free throws.
Yeah, bringing those Fenway girls back in with this full court pressure sort of reestablished the lead and sort of got things a little more comfortable.
Lopez not comfortable on that free throw. Mannion comes away with the loose ball. And Fiona is going to be whistled for the travel. She's kind of in between whether or not she should go up.
Exactly. We could see it because it was right in front of us. You could see that she was had the hesitation because she did get sandwiched by a couple of defenders.
Back to a 7-point lead for Team Rice, coming up on 2 minutes left to go. I think this is make or break time for Team Dever. They got to try to cut into this right now.
They got to get a stop. Good job.
Come away with the steal. Here comes Lopez.
Gotta give it up. Gotta give it up.
Forbes dives for the loose ball. Coach Dever calls a timeout. Here with 1:51 left to go in the fourth quarter.
Lopez on that one had a chance to get the ball up court to one of the teammates. And
yeah, it looked like Bellot was running free down the left side.
Good timeout by Coach Dever from the bench. He saw that things were not going quite well. He would want that layup attempt, but since the ball wasn't getting passed, you got to use the timeout.
You see Coach Rice. 1:51 left to go. 52-45. Team Rice on top by 7. And despite all the fun that these teams are having here, it's great to be an all-star and all this kind of stuff.
Everybody wants to win.
Everybody's competitive. Everybody wants to win. I mean, you wouldn't be an athlete if you weren't competitive.
If you're going to play, you want to win. As long as we're keeping score, you want to win. That's the bottom line. Just like all these girls on both benches, want to be in the game.
That's right.
You know, they're just like leaning like, when am I going to get called?
Coach, is it my turn?
I'm still here. Don't forget. Up and under.
Mannion
Nice
plays it down to Russell, but
Russell
Michaela stepped out of bounds.
Wow. I know it was close, yeah. But that's actually one of their baseline plays from Latin Academy, because everyone expects Mannion to go with that little up and under flip shot of hers.
Now it's the New Mission Latin Academy combination.
Oh,
Grace
nice
Burns.
shot.
Elbow jumper. Brings it back to a 9-point lead. That was a dagger jumper from Grace Burns. Bellot lays it down beautifully to Mannion, who can't squeeze it home. Putback is good from Fiona Mannion.
Still a 7-point game. Come down to a minute.
Thornton unable to hit that
Fast
shot.
break.
Mannion, she's got Winnie Kinu. Who got it swiped out of bounds, so it'll stay with Team Dever. Two players tying their shoes at the same time.
You got Mannion bleeding from her knee. I don't think the officials noticed it.
Shari Green knocks it down from the elbow.
Yeah, Mannion has to get looked at. Her right knee, when she hit the floor a couple of times down.
Still don't think anybody's noticed it yet. She's probably going to stay in there.
Not even Mannion.
Yeah, she probably has. She doesn't want to come out
exactly,
either.
Right, yes. Okay, don't worry about it. Yeah, ignore it.
This is my first rodeo. 56 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. 5-point lead for Team Rice. So Team Dever still hanging around here late in this game. They got to come up with a couple more stops.
Or they forgot to start thinking about fouling, because we've seen that for whatever reason the Rice team hasn't really shot free throws all that well. You gotta preserve time. Give your team a chance to go for the steal. And this is exactly what you talked about, Pat. 3 Latin Academy teams and 2 players and 2 Snowden players.
That's right.
For Dever.
And now for Team Rice, he's got 3 Fenway players and 2 O'Brien players
there you go.
there. So both these teams going with the high school team combinations. Keep familiarity out there. Jelena Guerrero sneaks by everyone for the layup.
Yeah, breakdown. That was either Russell or Mannion. One of those two was supposed to protect the basket. Finally, they see Mannion's knee.
She knows it right away, too. She's going to have to come out.
Unless the trainer can get a quick Band-Aid. Well, no, Lopez is going to go back in.
So Carla Lopez now in for Fiona Mannion here with 45 seconds left to go. Lopez trying to go to work, and she gets stuffed inside by Grace Burns. Wide open is Green off the pass from Russell, but she couldn't squeeze the hoop inside. Lopez can't get her shot to go. Green rather on the putback.
Okay. So just some bad luck on those shots, because they worked hard for that one. They're still down 7, down to 20 seconds to go.
Russell tried to chase that one down, but it went off her knee. So 7-point lead for Team Rice. To get it inside to Thornton. She stays with it. Lopez comes away with the steal.
Give it up.
Lopez trying to take it all the way in, and it's Thornton coming away with the swipe for Team Rice. Natalie David short on the jumper. Green coming away with the loose ball. And Team Rice is going to hang on to win 56-49 over Team Dever in the girls 2019 Boston City League All-Star Game. And boy, from start to finish, this Team Rice team got out on the break a lot, hit several threes throughout the game, and really sort of, because of their guard lineup, used their speed.
Created a nice comfortable lead, little cushion. And even though we saw that fourth quarter rush by Team Dever, they brought the game all the way down to 2. and had the ball 3 different times, a chance to tie or take the lead.
That's right.
Couldn't quite get over that hump. Then, of course, you lose Mannion at the worst possible time.
Yeah.
She has to actually come out because of a bleeding knee for the last minute of the game.
Yeah, certainly a tough way to end it for Team Dever. Folks, we're going to head to break. When we come back, we'll have our Game of the Week MVP and the game-winning coach right after these messages. Don't go away.
Foster safety. Foster hope. Foster joy. Foster curiosity. Foster support. Become a foster parent, because every parent makes a difference. Foster, Massachusetts.
Hey, look, it's those guys. Are you good to drive?
I'm fine.
How many did you have?
I should be fine.
You should be.
Go and step out of the vehicle for me.
See ya, buddy. Good luck. So turns out, buzz driving and drunk driving, they're the same thing, and it costs around $10,000. So not worth it.
First time I tried Vicodin, it was laying around my mom's house. And then I kept taking them whenever I could get them. I didn't know they'd be this addictive. I didn't know how far I'd go to get more.
Opioid dependence can happen after just 5 days. Know the truth, spread the truth.
So there you are, shuffling through a stack of resumes and you come to mine. This is it, first impression, my way in. But can my resume show you how I truly stand out? Like that I was studying, going to night school while working 2 jobs just to help my parents pay for groceries. Or being the first one to always step up. No, that's something you just can't put on paper. Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent that is dedicated, hardworking, and determined like me.
Do you want to retire like a champ? Just like legendary basketball star Uncle Drew?
Don't do him like that, Uncle Drew!
You're already acing the game. You've got your dream ride.
Don't be slamming my door.
Sorry about that.
You just did the same.
Gotta get the boys. Your dream vacation and your dream team. And now you can make your retirement just as legendary.
I get buckets.
Get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Awkward. I'm the awkward silence. You try to avoid me, then there I am again. But an awkward silence can be a great thing, like Kelly here is about to demonstrate.
You haven't really been yourself lately. Are you okay?
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
Queen is just my everything. His smile did it. His smile, his eyes, his knowledge. My landlord, he decided that he wanted me to move based on the fact that I was transgender. Let's just respect people in everyday life for just being human.
No doubt you're going places, young lady.
Thank you. And thank you for the interview as well. I can imagine it was the last thing that you wanted to do after such a long campaign meeting.
You really are a very intelligent young woman. You're very smooth.
You're very smooth yourself.
You have no idea.
Why is my son having trouble in school?
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
No, I'm tired of fighting with my son over his homework.
Home, walk, restaurant. Need a review?
No. He's smart, but his mind wanders.
7 Wonders of the World.
Why don't you understand me?
I do. I was trying to show how Connor feels every day. Redirecting to understood.org.
Join parents and experts at understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues to help your child thrive.
Welcome back to the Cabot Center at Northeastern University. At the conclusion of the girls' 2019 Boston City League All-Star Game, Team Rice defeated Team Dever 56-49. And often in these All-Star games, the head coach's own players usually play pretty well. They're used to the coach's system. There's usually a couple of those players on the team. We saw that today. All the Fenway players really had nice games today. You probably could have picked any of the 3 for the player of the game, but Colby Upchurch basically did a little bit of everything for this team
definitely.
tonight.
9 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 steals. It's all about filling out the page, right?
That's right. Filling out the stat sheet.
Check off each box.
That's right. Colby getting a lot done for Fenway and Team Rice here tonight. She is our player of the game for this year's All-Star game, and her and Coach Rice are with our sideline reporter, Leverett Ball. Leverett, take it away.
Thanks, guys. So first off, Colby, you had a big day today, 9 points in total. How much fun was it for you just having a chance to take part in the All-Star game?
Definitely a lot of fun. Every time I hit the court, I just come out and I try to play my all, and it's always a great experience out here during the All-Star game. So, this is my second year, and it was just a great time.
And we spoke, a little bit off camera. You're a senior this year. You haven't chosen your college yet. Now, I know you don't want to share any secrets right now as you're figuring things out, but how important is an event like the All-Star Game for you to be able to, play in front of some college coaches, get some more exposure?
It's definitely very important. Every time you hit the court, you want to show great character, great poise. You just want to come out and play your all because you never know who's watching you, and it's always an opportunity to get some looks.
And, my last question, obviously with you being a senior, what will you miss most about playing high school basketball?
I might have to say this guy right here, Rice has been with me through it all. It's hard to find a coach that, really is going to stick around through everything, all the hard ups and downs throughout the season, off through, like, when you're not in season, and he's just a great guy, I'm definitely going to miss him.
Well, it sounds like you obviously had a lot of great times together with you playing for him over the years. Thank you so much for your time and great job today.
No problem. Thank you.
So, Coach, first off, you're able to pick up the win today in the All-Star game. What was the key to success?
Well, the familiarity of my players and a collection of outstanding players from the other schools. And, our senior experience, they did a good job down the stretch. It was fun to see the other side make it close and make it fun, and it was a good ending to it.
And, obviously, with it being a mixture of your players and players from other schools, how do you get players on the same page when they're not used to playing together?
Well, the coaching staff, we drew up something nice where the kids could play. They got good spots to go to, and, got them in their spots. We're familiar with most of the players, and we got them in the spots where they were really comfortable to play in.
And my last question, kind of similar to what I talked to Colby about, she said this is a great thing for her exposure as a player. How helpful are events like this for, the exposure of players trying to play at the next level?
Oh, this is fantastic. This is, the icing on the cake. This is, so, wonderful atmosphere. It's just really good for our student athletes to play in this environment, and for the city of Boston, BSA and Cable to come out and support the young kids. It's just the excitement of it all, to play under the pressure. It just helps them. Every second you get, it just helps you with your experience to grow as a player as well.
Well, Coach, great job today. Thank you so much for your time. Back to you guys.
Thanks very much, Leverett. Coach Rice, no stranger to the All-Star game and to winning the All-Star game either. You saw that today with his familiarity with his 3 players and able to pick up another win here at the Cabot Center at Northeastern. Folks, we're going to take a look at the final stats here from the Girls City League All-Star game. And first up is Team Dever.
Yes, Team Dever, Canoe, the girl from New Mission, able to get 10 points, most of it underneath, actually all of it underneath. She ran the floor very well. Jahari Green with some points in the fourth quarter, and she ended up with 8. Fiona Mannion, 8 rebounds. Lopez with 7, and the assists, Marshall and Green had 3 apiece.
Let's take a look at Team Rice's final stats.
Team Rice, no surprise that the top two scorers are both from Fenway. Thornton with 11, David with 10. Upchurch, the third Fenway player, with 10 rebounds. Brangerford from East Boston had those 6 rebounds. Upchurch, 7 big assists, and Thornton with 4 assists.
So certainly a fantastic game from both squads tonight, folks, and you saw all those players contribute. We want to give you one more college update as Alfie Jean-Baptiste from Boston United. She's headed to LaSalle College next year, so it's just a lot of fun to hear which colleges these kids are going to be heading to next season, especially all the seniors here today. Folks, you want to watch this game again, you can certainly go to our website, www.cityofboston.gov/game of the week. All the games from this season are up on that site. You can also follow us on social media. You can go to Facebook. Go to facebook.com/Game of the Week Boston. A lot of good links, pictures. Make sure you like us on Facebook. And also follow us on Twitter @BostonCityTV. And if you want to tweet at us, use the hashtag BostonGOW. One game down. We got the boys game coming up next. But right now, we're going to say so long from the Cabot Center at Northeastern University. We'll see you next time, folks, here on Game of the Week. Take care.